Hello and welcome. My name is Doug McNeil. I am an elementary school principal, and today I will be guiding you through this introduction to new legislation, Bill 157, Keeping Our Kids Safe at School. As you know, ensuring a safe school environment is a priority of the Ministry of Education. Bill 157, along with some regulatory and policy requirements, come into effect on February 1st, 2010. These changes will help create a safe and caring learning environment in all publicly funded schools in Ontario. This new legislation mandates that all student behaviors that have a negative impact on school climate must be dealt with and speaks to all board employees. The key points of the legislation that affect principals and staff can generally be divided into three sections. 1. Reporting inappropriate student behavior. 2. Responding to inappropriate student behavior. And 3. Supporting students. Follow me inside as we take a closer look at these requirements. Let's look at the new legislative directives in order. We'll start with reporting inappropriate student behavior. What must be reported to the principal? The new legislation requires all board employees to report to the principal if they become aware that a student may have engaged in an activity for which the student must be considered for suspension or expulsion. The phrase "become aware" means that employees do not have to observe the behavior or activity in question. To meet this requirement, all employees must, of course, know the activities which may lead to suspension or expulsion. The activities outlined by the Ministry of Education that would lead to suspension include uttering a threat to inflict serious bodily harm on another person, possessing alcohol or illegal drugs, being under the influence of alcohol, swearing at a teacher or at another person in a position of authority, committing an act of vandalism that causes extensive damage to school property at the pupil's school or to property located on the premises of the pupil's school, bullying, and any other activity that is an activity for which a principal may suspend a pupil under a policy of the board. All of these activities must be reported to the principal whether they occur while at school, at a school-related activity, or in circumstances where the activity will have a negative impact on school climate. Activities outlined by the Ministry of Education that would lead to suspension pending possible expulsion include possessing a weapon, including possessing a firearm, using a weapon to cause or to threaten bodily harm to another person, committing physical assault on another person that causes bodily harm requiring treatment by a medical practitioner, committing sexual assault, trafficking in weapons or in illegal drugs, committing robbery, giving alcohol to a minor, or any other activity under a policy of a board for which a principal must suspend a pupil and conduct an investigation to determine whether to recommend to the board that the pupil be expelled. Note that in both cases, the ministry leaves room for local input. It is important, therefore, that employees check their own board's policies in these matters. Let's look at a scenario depicting an incident that requires a report to the principal.
Okay, your fractions test is next Tuesday, units 2 and 3. So make sure that you review your math journals and practice as much as you can before then, okay? Any questions? Thank you, Darren, the newsletters.
You're welcome.
Okay, you need to make sure that you guys get one of these before you leave. Okay, class is dismissed. See you all tomorrow.
My wallet was here before I went to pick up the newsletter from the office.
Are you sure?
It was right in this pocket with my calculator.
everyone. Please return to your seats. Class, it appears as though someone has taken Darren's wallet from his backpack. It was there 5 minutes ago. Let me remind you that theft of property is a serious offense and is not a part of our school culture. I'm telling you, 3 witnesses later, I finally got to the bottom of it.
I must have been a detective in my other life.
Well, did you report the incident to a principal?
No, I handled it on my own.
Oh, you weren't at the last staff meeting. Under the new Safe School rule, you have to report any incident that can result in a student being suspended or expelled so that the principal can investigate. You better check it out.
Okay, thank you.
That was also a nice illustration of how we can help each other as we adjust to these new requirements. The next question is, who must report? All board employees, including teaching and non-teaching staff, must report these incidents to the principal. Bus drivers are also required to report. Boards may also put policies in place to require other non-board employees who come into direct contact with pupils on a regular basis to report such incidents. What is the reporting process? When reporting, board employees must consider the safety of others and the urgency of the situation in reporting the incident no later than the end of the school day. Confirm all reports to the principal in writing using the Safe Schools Incident Reporting Form, Part 1. As you can see, the form has been designed to be comprehensive, yet simple and quick.